The year is 2026, and the Philippines is rewriting its air combat capability book. Once underestimated in regional defense discussions, the country is now rapidly evolving, surprising even its closest observers. Today, we take you deep inside one of the most exciting developments in the Philippine Armed Forces, its acquisition, integration, and operational deployment of the T129B ATAK helicopter, a weaponized aerial beast that's reshaping how the country defends its territory and asserts its sovereignty. In this latest update, we'll go beyond the surface and dive into how this Turkish-engineered aircraft is bolstering the Philippine Air Force, what upgrades it has received in 2026, how it compares to regional competitors, and why this isn't just another hardware acquisition but a statement of intent from a nation that refuses to be left behind in modern aerial warfare. Let's begin with a brief recap of how we got here. The T129 ATAK helicopter is not just a machine, it's a symbol of international defense collaboration. Originally developed by Turkish Aerospace Industries, TAI, in partnership with Italy's Agusta Westland, the T129 is based on the tried and tested A129 Mangusta, but extensively modernized for 21st century missions. When the Philippines first received 6 units of the T129B ATAK under the Horizon 2 phase of its revised AFP modernization program, many questioned whether this relatively small fleet could make a big difference. Fast forward to 2026, and not only has the country maximized every bit of utility from these helicopters, but it's also reportedly in talks to expand its rotary wing strike capability even further. What makes the T129B special? Let's talk specs, because this helicopter isn't just fast and agile, it's lethal. Equipped with Tooltech CTS 804A turboshaft engines, the ATAK can hit speeds of up to 281 km per hour. That's like the Ferrari of helicopters. Think of it as the high-performance sports car of the battlefield, except this one comes with Hydra rockets, Stinger air-to-air missiles, and a 3-barrel rotary cannon mounted on its nose. Now, in 2026, the Philippine Air Force has revealed that its T129Bs have undergone a series of upgrades tailored for maritime operations. That's right, these heels are not just for counterinsurgency missions in the mountains. They're now equipped with a more robust avionics suite, reinforced corrosion-resistant coating for saltwater environments, and an enhanced targeting system for shipborne threats. But that's not all. One of the most significant updates in 2026 is the integration of a lightweight electronic warfare, new suite into the Philippine T129Bs. This system gives them the capability to detect and counter radar threats, jam communication lines, and increase their survivability in a hostile environment, especially crucial in the West Philippine Sea where tensions remain high. These helicopters now also feature a helmet-mounted cueing system, allowing pilots to simply look at a target and direct their weapons accordingly. It's like having a fighter jet visor inside a helicopter, a real next-level tech for real-world threats. Now, you might be wondering, how do these upgrades affect their role in the Philippines' broader defense posture? Let's break it down. The Philippine Army and Air Force have traditionally relied on a mix of legacy aircraft, including the MD-520MG Defender and even some modified civilian platforms. While they have served well, they lack the range, firepower, and survivability required in modern warfare. The T129B ATAK fills that critical gap. From interior operations in a conventional war scenario to close air support in jungle warfare and even naval interdiction missions, the T129Bs are now configured for multi-purpose operations. In fact, Recent military exercises in 2026 under the Joint Balikat and Training Program saw these helicopters play an integral role in combined arms operations alongside American Apaches and South Korean Kai-surgeons. According to reports from defense insiders, the T-129B impressed commanders with its agility, responsiveness, and adaptability to the Pacific theater. This leads us to an important question: is this aircraft purely for defense, or is it a diplomatic signal? That's where geopolitics comes in. By acquiring and upgrading the T-129B, the Philippines is sending a clear message: it's serious about defending its sovereign territory and modernizing its forces, even if it means navigating the complex defense export regulations of allies and suppliers. Turkey itself had to ensure compliance with U.S. export laws due to the American-made engines powering the ATAK, which initially caused some delivery delays. But now, those issues are behind us, and the result is a formidable strike helicopter that's already patrolling the skies above Mindanao and Palawan, keeping insurgent groups and potential foreign intruders at bay. We also need to talk about logistics and maintenance here, an area often overlooked but absolutely crucial. The Philippine Air Force has worked closely with Turkish aerospace industries to ensure a steady flow of spare parts and training support. Filipino pilots and ground crews have undergone extensive technical education, making them capable of independently maintaining the T-129B fleet. In addition, simulation-based pilot training programs launched in 2026 allow for mission-specific rehearsals without putting actual equipment at risk. These simulators replicate battlefield conditions in stunning detail, from jungle terrains to littoral zones, enabling pilots to prepare for any scenario. Let's shift gears for a moment. What does the average Filipino citizen think about all this military hardware? In a recent survey, over 60% of respondents said they felt more secure knowing that the armed forces of the Philippines now had access to modern attack helicopters. This reflects a growing national confidence in the country's military capability, and the T-129B is a visible symbol of that progress. Now, as we talk about capability, it's worth comparing the T-129B to other attack helicopters in the region. For instance, Thailand has the After Cobra, Indonesia is exploring the Boeing Apache, and Malaysia has eyed the MD-530G. While each platform has its strengths, the T-129B occupies a sweet spot to it's more modern and agile than older Cobras, more affordable and compact than Apaches, and more heavily armed than lighter platforms like the MD-530G. That means the Philippines has chosen a very smart, flexible tool that fits both its budget and operational environment. Another development worth highlighting is the potential naval integration of the T-129B. In late 2025, sources within the Philippine Navy hinted at testing modified landing pads on the New Jersey A-copyright Trisel-class frigates to accommodate light attack helicopters. In 2026, limited deck trials began, assessing the feasibility of launching and recovering a T-129B from naval platforms during real-world maritime drills. If successful, this would give the Philippine Navy a serious boost in standoff attack capabilities, especially in contested zones like the Spratlys. But beyond tactics and tech, there's a larger story. This is about the Philippines taking control of its destiny. For years, the country has relied heavily on international assistance for defense. While that cooperation remains important, platforms like the T-129B show a pivot toward self-reliance and diversified partnerships, particularly with emerging defense manufacturers like Turkey. It's also about building a military that matches the aspirations of a rising regional power. With a growing economy, a strategic geographic location, and increasing foreign investment in defense infrastructure, the Philippines is laying the groundwork for a credible deterrent force here, and the T129B is a core part of that equation. In the next phase of modernization, there are whispers of acquiring more helicopters, possibly even locally assembling or co-producing parts in the Philippines. Turkish Aerospace has opened dialogue on potential technology transfer deals, which could lead to even deeper defense ties. So, where does this all lead? In short, the T129B isn't just a new car in the garage, it's the flagship of a new doctrine. A doctrine that blends mobility, firepower, and agility to meet threats both old and new. Whether it's insurgency in the southern islands or patrol missions over contested waters, this aircraft is designed to deliver precision firepower when and where it's needed. As 2026 unfolds, the Philippine military isn't just keeping up with the region, it's becoming a force to reckon with. And the T129B ATAK is leading the charge. So, whether you're a defense enthusiast, a proud Filipino, or just someone curious about the latest cars in the skies, keep an eye on the T129B. It's fast. It's fierce. And it's the future of Philippine air combat. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more military and vehicle updates right here on the channel. We'll continue tracking the latest developments, upgrades, and behind-the-scenes info on the T129B ATAK and many more. Stay tuned, and stay informed.